Welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga and I started making YouTube videos 2 years ago, right after my divorce, when I felt that my whole world collapsed and I knew I needed to rewrite the story of my future. So while I was going through grieving and healing, I also started making YouTube videos to document for myself and my closest friends how I was or how I am reinventing myself and my whole life. And if you're not a personal friend, but you found this video, please feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment, or just, connect in any way. Only if you want to, of course, but any action will be highly appreciated. So this whole post-divorce YouTubing or documenting proved to be therapeutic for me for two reasons. First, because when you force yourself to do something regularly, to write, and speak about your feelings and processes, it gives you more clarity and serves as a venting platform. That's how I felt. And second, now 2 years later, when I'm going through similar issues, and I look back at videos I previously made about the same subject or topic, they kind of serve as a gentle reminder and wisdom to help me overcome challenges. In this video, I'm giving you my 8 steps, including watching some of these videos, that helped me feel much better after a breakup. So 2 days ago, I went through a breakup, a mini heartbreak, and I just wanted to sit down and think about the steps to take and the tools to use in order to go through it quick, because it was killing me. And I decided to make a video about how I dealt or how I'm dealing with this breakup, because I'm still in the process of it. And I realized when I was doing a little searching through my previous videos, I realized that I made 2 videos about this topic previously. So I decided to rewatch them. And oh my God, I instantly felt better. It was like watching someone else, and I didn't even remember I made those videos. And oh my God, I spoke so much wisdom in them. And I'm so thankful for that past version of me who took the time and, made those videos, because they clearly served as a lifesaver right now for me. I sounded so put together in those videos. I looked so strong. I looked like someone who just figured everything out, and now looking back at those videos, I question if I'm the same person at all. Well, I'm a very sensitive person who experiences both ends of the emotional spectrum pretty intensely. And every time I go through emotional pain, heartbreak, and so on, I can sink into like proper depression. Not eating, feeling sick, not wanting to live, avoiding social interactions, withdrawing from society in general. I just call it my hermit mode, and just generally not caring about anything. And at most times, even to a point where I'm just physically and mentally unable to go to work or in fact anywhere else. But now, being completely single and having to be completely self-reliant, it also pushes me to be a bit more responsible. I mean, I still go through, the low phase and all that, but I just know that I cannot get stuck there for too long, because then it will have serious consequences, such as less income, zero money, and eventually I can even become homeless. So while I'm in the mental state of not wanting to live anymore and all that, the thought of not having anyone to rely on brings this sense or need to act responsible. It can sound like a contradiction, being depressed yet stepping up for myself, and it does certainly feel like a contradiction, because it is. But I think of it rather as a necessary duality that keeps me alive, where I do give space for my pain and grieving. I let myself experience it. Yet on the other hand, I have these seconds of clear consciousness, like, I don't know, it just hits me and I'm like, it feels like I'm sobering up, and I'm like, hey, you gotta get your shit together, and you gotta get your shit together in a reasonable time. Otherwise, you will be in real big trouble and no one will be there to help you. This is the narrative that I keep hearing in my head. It is exactly like the experience I had last time I was in Amsterdam and I went to a hash brownie baking workshop, as you do when you're in Amsterdam. And after eating one piece of a slice, I was high for like 24 hours. And but it was not like a constant high. It was more like it was coming in waves. So my highness or me being high was sort of interrupted by short breaks and seconds of clarity, you know, feeling clear-headed and sober. So for example, I knew I had to walk to the door to open it for the food delivery guy, but I was just unable to move. I was like paralyzed. And at one point, when I felt sober, I stood up and I took a step and another step, and then the drug hit me again, and I was like posed in that movement for something like, I don't know, but it felt like 10 years, but it was probably like a couple of seconds or minutes. And this is exactly how I felt yesterday. Today is Sunday, yesterday was Saturday, and I went through the breakup on Friday, so it's pretty fresh. So yesterday I felt exactly the same way, that I was going through this pain, but it was at times interrupted by short moments of clarity and a sense of responsibility. So I decided that I let myself grieve and I lived through this negative experience as intensely as possible, but within a certain time frame. The intensity is very important for me because I like to experience everything intensely. With negative feelings especially, I feel like the more intense I experience it, the quicker I can just release the whole thing from my whole system. So I gave myself the weekend to go through this, get it out of my body, and be ready for the word and work by Monday again. So again, today is Sunday, but I'm feeling a lot better. I have to be honest with you, and I want to tell you what helped me. And these are the 8 steps that I followed through this weekend, and I believe that they all contributed to me feeling so much better today. Step number 1, accepting that I am suffering and giving myself a deadline for the suffering. Like, Kinga, you can suffer as much as you need, but be done by Monday. If a weekend is not enough for you to get better, which is understandable, then take a whole week. But don't drag your pain and grieving for too long. I mean, says me who grieved for about a year after my divorce. But no, really, like, give yourself a reasonable deadline. Step number 2, not trying to hide it or swipe it under the rug. Do you say swipe it under the rug? I'm not sure. Anyways, but instead feel the pain intensely. And I think about the last conversation I had with that person. I let myself go over and over it again, you know, the feeling of disappointment, hurt, and so on. And I also listen to like sad songs, you know, that help me cry it out of my body, basically. Sometimes I collapse on the floor, bursting out in tears and just screaming, please God, help me get over this. Please, please, universe, help me get rid of this pain. Help me get it out of my body. So I know it's very dramatic, but whatever, but you know, just let it come out the way it wants to. Step number 3. I always believe in the healing power of nature and the sun, and I would force myself to go out for a walk and sit outside when it's sunny. But to be honest, I could not be present this time, so I'm not even sure it helped as much as usual, but I'm definitely sure that it did something. So I did that yesterday. Number 4, self-love and achieving self-love, and how you do that through meditation. I think that's the best. I actually have this self-love meditation that I created last year, and every time I go back to it, it really puts me in a different mental and emotional state. Every time I listen to it, like on a regular basis, it changes me and things around me. I will link it in the description, so just go and give it a try, because self-love is the most important step in order to build your foundation, you know, to feel better about yourself and your life. And also when shit hits the fan, this is something that you can fall back on. Like, you have to have that strong base. Just so you know, I also make personalized guided meditations, and if you want to know more about that, go and check out my website, which is KingaKremer.com. Step number 5, the belief that if it's meant to be, it will be. Not every separation has to be forever, but if you guys don't find their way back to each other, or they completely reject you, not willing to talk, then they were not your person, right? So why cry over it? Number 6, exercising. I know that this can help, but I also know that when I'm depressed, the last thing I want to do is exercise. However, I have this indoor trampoline. In the US, you guys also call it rebounder. And just jumping up and down on it can help me improve the vibration of my whole body, and also get rid of certain vibrations that I don't want. So I know that just any kind of movement or just walking outside in nature, but exercising in a bit more hardcore way, or just jumping up and down on a trampoline or in other ways, that definitely helps you. Number 7, my big friend, sleeping. Lots of sleeping. I can sleep for days when I'm depressed. And I believe that I can sleep off lots of negative feelings and even physical sensations, pain. It works for me. And I feel like that while I'm sleeping, my body and spirit connects to my source energy. Like if my bed was a docking station, and while I'm on it, I'm over there, I'm at a better place mentally, emotionally, physically, and therefore it's healing. And when I get back, I never seem to continue where I left off before going to sleep. I always feel much better. So sleeping is huge for me. Number 8, the last one. The 2 videos I previously made about this subject. One is dealing with heartbreaks and breakups, and the other one is dealing with rejection. These guys were true lifesavers this weekend. I link them also at the description below, so you can find them. And if you're going through heartbreaks, breakups, I highly recommend you watch these. They have some key points in them as well, some really good tools. And I can guarantee that they will help you change your mindset. That's all I have to say right now. I'm currently feeling at 70% at the moment, so which means like 70% of how I'm supposed to be. It means I still have 30% to go before it's Monday, but I already see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know I'm gonna get so much better. I know I'm already so much better. 70% is huge, and I honestly hope that you found something helpful in my videos that you can take away and use for healing as well. Feel free to like, share, comment, or even subscribe to my channel. And again, if you want to check out my new website, the one where I offer custom-made guided meditations, go to kingakremer.com. And see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.